Yeah,
And
we're gonna start
go
off
for it.
with Soolseem and Quicklime. Any thoughts about this matchup going into it?
I think Soulseem's got to be the favorite. Quicklime's had trouble, and we know he's had trouble because he's been around the block a lot. Soulseem was in Challenger, and he's not actually had very many games in SCL5. A lot of his bye weeks and drops have been early in the season, so we're actually going to get to see some Soulseem, which I think he'd only played 3 matches prior to this match.
Well, I think it's difficult to say necessarily that the Soulseem is the favorite here, due to the fact that their records previous to this match are very, very similar. Quicklime has a few more games played, and so that affords him a couple more points. But I think we're just pretty much even as far as this season's results are concerned.
You got those picks and bans there, Yeesh?
I do indeed. Let me get to them right now. We had Quicklime getting the option first, and he ended up choosing to ban Aquarium.
Boo.
All right, no fun Quicklime, but it's easy to see someone that's. It's very easy to see when someone's not comfortable on a new venue, using the ban to make sure they don't have to play it, and I think it's just a fine strategy.
Then Soulseem decided to ban Modern. So not a super common ban, but understandable if you're not used to that 5-8 with a bar. It,
Right.
it can be pretty weird. And then Quicklime goes with the high rise pick for his doubled map, with Soulseem following up with Ballroom.
All right.
Then
Hmm.
to finish it off, we've got Courtyard from Quicklime and Balcony from Soulseem. So both players picking relatively small maps here.
So
Yeah,
what's interesting about the
no 5 of 8s is
yeah,
a big
no
thing
five
here.
of eights. Soul Team definitely does not want to play five of eights. Quicklime has I don't believe has ever picked Modern, so it's an interesting ban. Maybe it's just a comfort ban from Soul Team here. Does just like even if they don't expect their opponent to play it, want to get it out of the way and banned anyways. So
All right, well,
yeah,
we're gonna hop in game. First game I have is Quicklime as the spy as Pearls. Are
yeah,
you
on high
guys ready?
rise.
That's what I'm showing.
Oh, sorry, one sec. I need to turn my casting mode on. There we go.
All right, who's gonna count it in?
I'll let
I'll
Opie
do
do
it.
this one.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Welcome to week 8 of the EU cast for SCL, and we are AI controlling. There we go.
AI controlling right into Windows. The most innocent of AI controls, except for the fact that we have a character next to us. So getting flirt paired there might not be the best, or it could throw the sniper off. If you flirt pair wrongly and you don't repair that assumption if it is incorrect, you could end up thinking, hey, this person isn't flirting with the person I thought they were. Must not be the spy.
We're at 23% flirt because we have Queen between us and Wheels. We do not have inspect statues on, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's Purloin instead is the option from Quicklime here, which is very interesting. Usually, most people are going for the very soft tell variant, where only bug is a hard tell and the rest are things that the AIs can actually do for you. Uh, it's quite interesting to see deviation from that. So we'll
Yeah,
see how it works out for Quicklime here.
so there's two things when you turn off inspects, right? So doing the actual inspects, like going to middle statue, fantastic bouncing by Queen and Wheels, by the way. Uh,
I wasn't gonna say it, but
oh, when you only have 7 people in the party and you can low light 2 of them, it's a big deal. With
unfortunately, it doesn't
inspects,
seem to be
if someone
taken by
goes middle
Soulseem.
statues, at this point it doesn't matter. Inspects are turned off, and that person who would otherwise be incredibly suspicious, or Queen who's now been to 2 statues, it doesn't matter. The other thing is the right side of that party really loses a lot of its value. There's no reason for the sniper to really rotate beyond just the conversation section. They don't need to be checking to see if someone's trying to sneak and inspect behind the wall.
We did pick up a fingerprint off this blue book over here, and it looks like we're going to be going for a difficult fingerprint on this drink. So if we can hit that, it could be very big because difficult drink fingerprints are, difficult to track, and we do.
That's fantastic.
Fingerprinting is done, and we're gonna contact here. Unfortunately, the other conversation does not include
Any in
the
the red.
suspected double agent. So we are one of 3 that could have real, but I don't know if we're credited with both fingerprints.
Yeah, so I don't know Soolseem's highlight strategy, but that we do not have a highlight is interesting, especially since the highlights are not going to be being used for inspects, which they often are in most situations. We're going in here for a flirt. We are a bit slow, and we get punished. Slow character and just a bit late on the uptake, and we still have 23. It's going to
Yeah,
be
not getting that
time
flirt progress
right
is
at this point.
a little bit bad. We're not even gonna go to the bookshelf to go next to them.
I think we might have forfeited the flirt, which means we need to find another mission. This is a purloin spot. This is where purloins happen quite a bit. The other option would be bug, because flirt is just going out the window at this point, especially with wheels going to statues.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate here from Quicklime. There's usually a lot of time to get your flirt done on high rise, but it has just been whittled away here, and
Lining up the bug.
here's a bug,
I'm not sure
and
this is the correct path, but the bug is not particularly seen.
well, 5 seconds. There's no shot coming off, and Soulseem not gonna see the bug, and Quicklime gets away without a flirt on high rise.
Yeah, and the thing is, if the bug is seen, typically you're happy just to assume that flirt was done and he was in the real BB. So he got away with both fingerprint and bug, despite the fact that there's so few party members.
Yeah, and Soulseem just not able to catch the fingerprints, and then did not adjust Pearl's suspicion in accordance to those fingerprints, and then because of that, was able to Quicklime was able to get the bug by Soulseem, and that brings us to 1-0.
And we'll watch Soulseem on the spy side, see if he can bring it back in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And we're playing as Red Dress here.
Did someone say
Also
AI
getting...
control?
Yeah, I think it's sensible, right? Because the taking away AI control can look really weird if you're not careful.
Right.
Now leaving the conversation and being the first person to lead the conversation is something that some players watch out for. Cough wood or cough. But yeah, this is like quite aggressive flirting, honestly. 32%. We're going to statues. Inspects are on for us. This is
Yes. This
the
is
one that you're going to get away with if you're ever going to not get a highlight. It is also fingerprintable, and the ambassador did just put a book back. We could actually, like, more or less rush if we wanted to.
Yeah, and Soulseem taking the more
Yeah,
orthodox.
we're going for it.
Oh man.
This is always a play, right? Where you go from the statues to the bookcase, and you kind of hope that they just never note that you made that small path. And they just think that you were at the statues for a very long time. Now you come out from behind the wall.
Oh my gosh, going straight to statues now. We're gonna have 2 missions done just immediately here. No flirt quite yet. Oh, or contact. I don't know if we want contact here because it's very easy to assume flirt is done, even if you couldn't necessarily have it done. So you definitely, I think, want to finish with flirt and not contact.
Especially with the DA out, I think you just take the flirt.
Yeah, 32% right now. This should be close enough to get us to 34.
At minimum, obviously we want the green test.
Yeah. And we hit the white, but we do get up to 66%, so one close white flirt will do it for Soulseem here. And I'm not sure Quicklime recognizes that Soulseem is so threatening right now.
Yeah,
2 whole missions done.
well, no, Quicklime should have already shot if they know, because if both of these flirts were green, Soulseem would have already won the game. It would have been a 51 and a 49,
That's
not in
true.
that order. So at this point, it's just on the seduction target to help us
Oh
out.
no! We
And
contact
yeah.
though. And we're
There's
we're talking in conversation, we're gonna
Yeah.
take a drink, and we get
Ooh.
shot for it.
That's harsh.
And really, I'm not sure why you would take that contact there. You just you just finish off with Flirt? You've
I
already
think,
got 2 missions done.
It seemed
yeah,
like
so,
that he was trying to flirt the ST Bales as he's about to trigger the action. And he triggers
yeah,
it just a
and
little bit
that's the
late.
same thought I had, Yush, except for the flirt timer
Banana
hasn't
bread.
expired. Oh, no, it did expire. So it's expired at 124.3. The banana bread had already started, though, prior to
Yeah.
the flirt timer
Plus,
expiring.
there's also a slight grace
Banana
period
bread.
where if you're trying to flirt and they leave as you click the button, you can't do any other actions.
Just seems unintentional from Soolseem to really want to contact there. I highly doubt that's
Yeah.
the finish he was intending.
It definitely looks like it might have been some sort of misclick from Soulseam, and it really hurts them right now. Unfortunately, going down 0-2 against Quicklime so far on High Rise.
Yeah, and the biggest problem with banana bread is because you've already done 2 inspects and flirt, doing the banana bread's 3 missions, even if they didn't catch the fingerprints, and it looks like you're actually doing 4 missions, he's able to shoot him for the 3 missions instead of the 4 missions that he was ending up doing, because it's only 3 or 5. We're back to having inspects off. Quicklime on boots in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Sensible taking control here to try and get close to Alice, but she's running to a different conversation. We've just been baited into standing next to a Duke here, who conveniently is an SDA. We're not going to get paired with him, at least.
Unfortunately, we don't know that currently.
A lot
Leave
of
this
people at
conversation
statues.
immediately.
Yeah, a lot of people at statues making this turning off inspect
Oh,
more
yeah.
suspect than it could be. Yeah, mom's just gone statue to statue. It's rough. We got our 34% though.
Yeah, 34%. Definitely, when seeing how Quicklime struggled with flirt progress last time, a good thing to get early flirt progress down with 3 minutes left to go. The flirt cooldown expires as our seduction target walks away, and we're looking to maybe get some more missions done.
Yeah, I think going out to the windows there would have been a bit dicey. Instead, we're going to a statue here. This is an
Completely
innocent
innocent.
statue.
Yep.
It does line up the same play that I mentioned with Soulseem. If we want to pop over to the green bookcase, we might be able to get a
This could be a
fingerprint.
bug.
Okay.
Nope. Ambassador
Yep.
leaves us. Does not
And he
allow
leaves
us
with
to
a
get the
bug
bug.
too. We're probably meant to grab this briefcase, and we're doing so. This will be a mission. It is difficult though. We need to hit this. Oh,
Unfortunately, we
unfortunate.
don't.
Getting
And
mugged there by Cowboy on the way over.
yeah,
Choosing to be sensible here, not bugging or anything.
we
Does
do
use
get
the
marked
highlight
suspicious though. Yeah.
anyways. This is one of the problems with briefcases in general. Is it's hard for the sniper to know necessarily if it's a pure fingerprint, if it's a difficult fingerprint, if it has no fingerprint at all. And so doing it and not getting the fingerprint is the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's very easy for a lot of people, including myself sometimes, to just kind of assume a briefcase has a fingerprint on it at all times. Um, with other
You
difficult fingerprints, like on drinks or on books, it's much harder to track because they're not always on there.
Banana
But
bread.
the ambassador is always holding these things, so
find banana bread. There are lowlights to be taken. Soulseem, I think we've seen a castman before. As delayed as lowlights on banana bread previously too.
and we don't take advantage of our purloin being on here. We don't really have any missions done. A pretty quick sip, and we're gonna leave here to go finish our flirt. That's done now. We still need to
Oh,
find one more mission. Oh no, it's not done. Our ST leaves to go pick up briefcase, and it's just awful.
Yeah, so I think this is a bit of karma. Quicklime was in a spot. Oh, geez. We must be considered paired with Irish.
I think we were paired with Irish, and I think we were suspected for the bug at the back of the conversation when we returned our briefcase.
Yeah, I was considering just taking the bug, like saying that would be a good play here, mainly because no matter what happens, even if you don't take that bug with the briefcase, I think you got pinned for it. It explains the highlight.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I mean, the list isn't gone. Uh, the other reality could be thought he did 2 fingerprints. We did do the difficult fingerprint. It's just this has to be a shot for flirt, or it's not timely.
Yeah, and that means that Soolseem begins to bring it back 2-1 in Quicklime's favor as we step into the last game of High Rise.
And
Everybody
3,
ready?
2, 1, playing it. Yushi's a good boy. He's always ready. Oh, hello. Okay, we're just doing the buggiest path ever, but it's all AI control. I think we might be close enough to bug here. The circles are
Yeah,
almost
we are
touching.
definitely close enough to take a standing bug.
It,
We do get a 32% flirt off, which is still good enough for two close whites, but we obviously want to hit the green, so we don't have to be so close.
uh,
Um,
yeah,
Again, oh, Purloin is actually on this time for Soulseam
yeah. I think
instead of the Inspecs.
I think the discussion here is, did Soulseem just not change the missions just because they were what Quicklime did? To be fair, Quicklime did have some success as the spy with this setup, so just mirror those who are winning. Seduction targets are rude. Clearly, we wanted to flirt here. We're eyeing him down, and then he just takes a drink and runs off the windows.
Seduction target, do you mind time betting for us? It's the
Yeah,
least you could do.
that would be fun. Just be able to request other people dilute time and space for you. Like, hey girl, can you just add 45 seconds to my life? Okay, thanks.
Apparently, Quicklime confirmed these two confirmed the missions before Game 4. This isn't completely intentional by Soulseam.
Banana bread.
Yeah, it's just when we had the inspects off last game, mom went statue to statue, and it's like, unless you're gonna make judgments that that person, your opponent, would not start off the game with inspects, then there's no action to be had. Ambassador does go behind us. We're gonna just bail out away from Toby. I think we are feeling the pressure with our flirt. We're also gonna be here at the statues, which is a boon here that we don't have inspects on. This might look quite innocent from Quicklime's perspective. He doesn't really think about the flirt, and it's hard to think about the flirt when you've already low lit half the flirt pairing.
Yeah, Soulseam does not seem to be paired right now, but we're still looking for that last mission. And despite Purloin being on in 3 out of the 4 of these high-rise games, the option has not been taken, and I'm not sure that on the face value the pressure is worth, like the pressure of the sniper having to watch the Purloin is worth having inspects off. So I'd like to see Soulseam maybe go for a Purloin here, throw Quicklime off, and try to get the mission win off of that.
The last drink offer was taken by Twin. If we purloin here, it's just us. We decide not to. We do take the drink, making that option harder in the future.
Go for a
No
bug, perhaps?
bug.
That
He
was
does
a very bug
another bug path.
path.
Banana bread. We already have that, and this would be
Banana
fake.
bread.
Any reaction here from Quicklime?
And no, we just get shot for that. It was just a little bit too suspicious, and getting that bug path by and not taking the bug, and then going immediately into a fake contact where we're talking right in front of the sniper's camera. It just
Yeah,
was
so I mean,
too tempting to shoot for Quicklime.
there's two options here from Soulseem, right? It's either I was trying to do a green banana bread to cover the bug while you're going and taking your lowlights, or it's a flub and he meant to bug and then accidentally hit banana bread, like an
That's
action
true. Like
priority issue.
could be
Because
that again. Yeah.
yeah, this banana bread doesn't make much sense without using the bug as context. But she was getting pushed out. I do believe that wasn't just her leaving on her natural accord.
Yeah. It was. She was pushed out.
Yep. So unfortunate for Soulseem and fortunate for Quicklime. He's up 3-1. He's actually won his own map, which is something we don't get to say as often as we think we should.
Yeah. All
For
right.
whatever reason, spies who pick their own map just have not that much of a win rate as you'd
Don't
expect.
I know it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about your problems in the future. We got a gold match. But for now, let's stick to this division. What division is this, by the way?
This is
This is
Copper.
copper.
This is Copper. Fantastic. And Rocker on now Ballroom in 3, 2, 1, Planet.
Ballroom is definitely the venue you want to be on if you think, okay, I can bring this game back. It's not a very sniper party venue. It is in fact extremely well balanced at around 50-50 for both the spy and the sniper. So this is a good opportunity for Soulseem to maybe show off some skill and get right back into this.
Yeah, I think Ballroom and its new art is actually the most tested map in SCL because we've had maps Courtyard and Library, which used to be Panop, are more popular maps, but they had a large portion of time that they were old art. We've had Ballroom as new art since SCL started, as far as I can tell.
Since SCL
We're on to
started, of
cross, but
course.
we're heading out to grab this briefcase. Quicklime
S-
seems to be leaning on Fingerprint a lot this set.
since SCL started doesn't seem about right, but
No,
I don't know.
but there were only a few new art maps in SCL1, but I believe Ballroom was one of them.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I, I was hanging out with the Oak guys last night, and teaching them about old art was fun.
No one.
Because they have no need to know anything about old art. They've been playing for like 4 to 6 months, most of them, and old art's old hat.
And our ST leaves us again.
Yeah, we've had some bad luck, but conveniently, it's been, or at least not conveniently, but inconveniently, it's been equally bad luck for both players. Both players are just getting split on. Bug path here, no, we specifically avoid it. We're going to a middle statue, despite the fact that Cowboy
We
looks like he was about to pick it up.
Yeah,
He's
it looks
actually
like we
picked the
wanted to
left
flirt
statue.
here, but we take the highlight
Time is getting away
for
from
center
us.
statues.
Middle statue is going to be one of the more aggressive things.
Oh,
Oh, hello, hello.
General just gets shot here for looks like what looks like a briefcase return. Just a little bit too threatening, it seemed. Not even a contact to come off from General here, so perhaps there was an assumed bug with statues and fingerprints at some point during this for Soulseem, but Quicklime is just going to take that happily as he goes up 4-1.
Yeah, I
General
can't
does a
figure.
pretty wonky path with the briefcase. Like he basically bounces and then does path all the way around the circle before returning it. And he had a pretty late stop on his when the ambassador finally found a spot, so that's possible that played a factor into why Soolseem did not like General's movement there.
Yeah, we'll get started in this match and we can talk about briefcase stuff because we could always talk about briefcase stuff. But let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Yeah, one of the things that happens with briefcase specifically is the uh, AI partygoers are very insistent on taking the path to get to the ambassador no matter what. This isn't the case when they don't have a briefcase because they will just repath to somewhere else. But once they decide I need to get this to the ooh, that's a bug. Is it a scene bug? Quick climb, no reaction. And we also got the quick bug. This is going to be interesting. Soul Team coming out
Yeah,
hot this game.
Clean Bug is very good here, very good on any venue really, but when you only need to complete 3 more missions to finish your
Banana bread.
to finish the game, and you don't have any suspicion for the bug, it looks like that's very strong. There's an assume real from Quicklime here. It's gonna be a good assumption so far. We're getting quite a few lowlights out of this party that didn't look like it had that many to go with.
Yeah, so there's a general consensus, I think, when it comes to assume reals, where people assume real more often when there's just not very many lowlights otherwise, and they don't want to feel behind after the banana bread. The thing is, though, people are more likely to do fakes when everybody's in conversation. It's when there's only a few people in conversation, and then a banana bread goes off that it's very likely to be a real banana bread. So it's kind of the exact opposite logic than one would hope. That being said, assume reels are very powerful. We now have a party with half the party low lit, and
Yeah, but we're
it,
still looking at a party where Soulseem has a bug done completely invisible and 51% flirt. We're holding on to this book for quite a while. We might be looking to dump it over at green. We're gonna go
okay,
flirt with the
let's see if
rest
we
of
can
this pad here.
green test this, and we're on a rush. We're not rush G right now. It's 85%. We need one more flirt. If we chill here for a few more seconds, we can get it to expire.
Yeah,
It
unfortunately, we
expires
don't get.
as we land in conversation. Perfect timing by Soulseem.
Yeah. Luckily, the SC does not leave us before that we get the flirt done on that pad. Now we're gonna be finishing up our flirt here, and what looks like we'll probably be going to green bookcase. We've been holding this book for forever.
Yeah, so the problem with not doing this microfilm is you stole this book out quickly, and no matter where you put it, this book is going to look mysterious to Quicklime, and he might shoot you for it, so you just need to return it. Um,
Yeah,
we're,
and we're gonna
we're
dump it in
getting watched. The lasers
green.
definitely rotated around. We put it in fairly quickly.
But I don't think that there's enough suspicion here for the microfilm that Soul seems to get shot, and that goes the 10 seconds gets ticked down all the way, and the Soul Seam comes out with a spy win, bringing it to 4-2, I believe.
Yeah, 4-2. It was 4-1, and then
Yeah.
Soul Team wins. So 4-2. I think Quicklime, just based on the laser, did have maybe some suspicion on the microfilm, but it's that you already got the bug and the bug off very early that wins Soulseem this game. Now we get Quicklime on his second attempt at Ballroom. The first one went well. Let's see if he can do it with General. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
General known for very strong walking bugs, perhaps might go for one of those, but instead we're just going to get an early flirt, 34%. It'd be interesting to see if Quicklime wants to leave this conversation very quickly. We have not really been punished for early movement like we might against Wodar. So we might just want to leave this conversation for a flirt later, or we're going to timer flirt. Looks like that might be the plan so far, but our ST leaves us, so we are not going to stick around in this useless conversation anymore.
This banana bread looks pretty healthy. There are a few people out of conversation, but it's
Yeah,
3,
only three, 4 with
2. Okay.
behind
Hmm,
us.
hmm, hmm. Okay.
Banana bread.
Yep. C
Contact
cleaves,
comes
but
off.
beyond that,
People start splitting.
we
We
have the
offer to
option of
drink.
purloin here if we want. We do not.
These players have been very patient. They have not decided to purloin, and I can attest that purloining can often be a really bad idea.
Yeah. So the
They
the problem with a purloin at 2 minutes left, like at this time, was if you get away with it but not fully, then it becomes a game of what's your fourth mission, because you're gonna finish flirt. But if you go to middle statues, you might just get shot because the sniper feels desperate, not because they necessarily have a good grasp of the party.
There's a fingerprint on the statue, so we could be looking for a soft tail finish here.
Yeah, soft tail finish would be really powerful in Barham. They always are. The question always then is, does Soulseem know about this fingerprint? Quicklime is, I believe, the only highlight at this party actually beyond the ambassador.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up our flirt here at Windows. So even if we're paired at this point, we do not have to go back next to our ST at all because that mission is already done. And we're
Opie,
gonna just
question for you. If ambassador goes and touches a statue, do you think that going and getting that fingerprint would be too much?
depends on how long we can let it sit.
It's only 80 seconds left.
Yeah, we can't really let it sit that long. And well, it might be a little bit ambitious, but it might be what's necessary. The ambassador's not really putting that much fingerprints on things so far, that many rather.
Yeah, and
And
from Quicklime's perspective, you also see the ambassador has a drink, which
yeah,
it
but
means that they're
drinks
not
have been
gonna.
taken, so
Yeah, so they're not gonna go to bookcase. They're not gonna go to statues. They're not gonna get another drink. The only fingerprint that's gonna become available while the ambassador still has a drink will be if they drop the briefcase.
yeah. So we're gonna go finish our statues here, and
This could get a shot, honestly. It would be slightly early, but
The laser crept over to us a little bit, but it was just to highlight Seek, and we're still looking for that last fingerprint. We
okay.
do kind of walk by the ambassador a little bit. That could be interpreted as a bug, but there's 20 seconds left, and we need to do something to
We're
finish this
staring down the
game.
ambassador. Here comes the bug.
Yeah, it looks like there's gonna be a bug here,
It doesn't
but it
stick.
fails, and looks like we might get shot for it anyways. Here comes the
The laser's
shot.
on our head.
Yeah, laser is just
Go away, laser. We're busy.
just not liking us, and the shot almost gets taken anyways, and there it
Yeah.
is. Shot comes off with about 6 seconds left on the clock for Quicklime, and it's just not enough. And you have to imagine if that first bug lands, the shot took quite a while. And
Yeah,
there
so
was
the first bug was at 15 seconds, and then we started moving at like 5 seconds. And the shot didn't come off until almost overtime. He didn't actually wait till overtime, though. There wasn't much ambiguity about it. So yeah, I think if the first bug came off, Soulseem would have needed to shoot faster. Obviously, they could have shot faster if they really thought the bug stuck, but Quicklime almost getting another win, despite the fact he already has a lead. It's still 4-3 Quicklime.
yeah, still fourth for Quicklime. Needs to take this sniper game on the last part of Ballroom to keep the lead at 5-3. Soulseem looking to pick up a spy win to bring it back to parity at 4-4 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I have to press play when you do that. By the way,
Oh,
we're going. That's just sip your drink. You're on the pad. Don't worry. We're not dead, so the little twitch there probably not deadly.
yeah.
I
It's
love the
it's
way the beginning games where the AI or all the characters hold their drinks behind their back and they're like sideways. It just looks like they're spilling their drink at the start, which,
yeah.
to be fair, makes sense. The drinks only ever have one sip in them instead of three, like a regular drink. So
Yeah, and it's always painful to see the stutter steps and little etiquette breaks that are clearly unforced errors, but so often they're not punished, so it's kind of hard to say that they really matter. And in this case, we just got highlight for center statues
we
and
don't get the
continue
actual
playing.
inspects though with the center statues. We only got two. We will have to
Yeah, we
revisit.
had to put it down after 2 cycles.
Banana bread.
Have to is a strong
So
word.
well, yeah, but it's a hard tell not to.
Banner bread
And
comes off.
some people will catch you out for that.
Yeah. Dirty cheater
Soulseem.
snipers. That's what they are. Also me.
Uh, what's interesting here
Okay.
is Quicklime seems to be really worried about Purloin, looking zooming heavily in on drink takes recently. So
Yeah, especially after the banana bread. The Soul Team's been starting off games quite aggressively, with the bugs and the early statues. Letting a Purling go off on Ballroom can be a death sentence, because then you just have to shoot someone off soft tells.
yeah, but neither player has even with Purloin being on in almost every one of their spy games, neither player has taken the option to Purloin yet. So
If
I'm
it's your fourth game, and you go, what have I not done? Purloin is on that list. Maybe it's just one of those ideas where you go, well, they haven't done it in a while, therefore they're going to do it.
perhaps our ST unfortunately a low light from the contact going to center statues. We could meet up with them there. We've already got our inspects done and have had them for a while. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, what is this shot? Just instantly. We go to blue books and then we are just dead for it. Quicklime
Quicklime.
somehow all over this play by Soulseem and goes and continues to hold the lead at 5-3, splitting ballroom 2-2.
Yeah.
And
Quicklime
it's
saying tunneling shot in the chat. I mean,
I mean,
that's not a real answer. If it was like quick pickup on the books, sure. And
there's a print on this book as well. It's important to note. So it's very
thank you,
possible
Reese. There we
he
go.
messed up and assumed there was a fingerprint on the one of the statues, although Amba did not visit statues all game. It's possible
Okay.
he messed it up, but there is a fingerprint on the blue bookshelf, so
Okay, good. So shooting for fingerprint that saves us from ourselves. We're on a courtyard. Quicklime up 5-3. He's getting points if he can get a win here as spy site on courtyard, which is very much doable. And
Yeah.
we'll get this started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and courtyard hashtag spy biased. Don't quote me on that. That's quote Ponoob on that one.
Are we close enough to bug here?
No,
Oh,
this is not a small enough conversation for that.
we
Unfortunately,
were
there
almost
are
close enough.
conversations like on veranda where the conversation is in fact small enough where you can stand in the opposite side of the conversation and still be in range for a stemming bug. But this is unfortunately not one of them, so we're not going to take a bug. We don't even have any progress here
You
yet.
can get You just have to stand in the middle of conversation.
Banana bread.
It's a Kaylee play. And
This is
when
a
I say Kaylee,
really nice contact.
yeah,
No
it ends
one
up
is out.
he can't see across the way to the fourth conversation, but even the fourth conversation's quite full. It ends up just being incredibly brutal. It's one of those ones where, as we were mentioning, assuming real is the sort of thing that ends up happening a lot more in that sort of banana bread, despite the fact that you want to take that banana bread almost always.
Yeah,
Fake or
when you're
not.
looking at if you know that everyone is in conversation, you as the spy, no matter what, you always want to contact, just because there's no reason not to. Quite literally, there is no information to be gained from the sniper other than the fact that now these characters have contact done. But that gets us our first mission. We still only have 34% on this flirt, which is a little bit low when you're getting into 1 minute 50-second territory. So we're going
Okay.
to be looking to maybe get another flirt done soon
Our
with our
cast has
STVs
just
in the
not been
conversation.
brilliant. Ambassador gets lined up to take a fingerprint, give us an option there, and instead they walk away. We decide nothing to do with that briefcase. Let's go to statues, get this inspect off. We're not seen yet.
Yeah, not on screen. It would be very interesting to see if Quicklime can get away from these statues without being seen at statues, because that's absolutely huge on courtyard. The rotation is not there right now from Soolseem, and we just completely get away with it. We don't even go around to the other side where the sniper would see us emerging from statues. We just show up on the other side of the statue without ever being seen, on the other side of the turning statue rather, without ever being seen at the mission site, which is absolutely massive.
It's
Because
brilliant for Quicklime. The thing is, I think he could have gotten away with swap. He
yeah,
chose
no,
not to
Swap
swap
has
there, and I think it would have
the
been clean.
the statue that he would have swapped has not been even seen yet since he's been to statues. There has still been no rotation to that area. And I think Quicklime, he's being very respectful about this flirt, or it's just expiring. Cooldown is expiring. Never
Okay,
mind.
if Boots can reject here, we have a bit of a purloin chain that would help us out. Boots, she doesn't
Yeah,
feel like it.
despite
We're
the fact that
running
we
out of
weren't seen at
time.
statues,
17 seconds. We're requesting the drink. It'll be purloin. We're not. Toby's not visible from Soulseam's side. He needs to
yeah,
rotate. List
looking
now
for
seen gone. We're running away with the drink. Is he gonna shoot us? We're doing a bug path too. Does not help our cause. Soulseam's not bothered by it.
Yeah, Soulseem is not suspicious enough of Taft. Probably thought if they did see the purloin that the list was gone. Probably looking around at maybe one of their highlights, trying to figure out, okay, which one of my highlights did this. And in that 10 seconds, when taking that time trying to figure out which one of my highlights did this, I didn't see this person at statues, so they're probably not the spy. That takes way more than 10 seconds to figure out, and Quicklime is able to get away with it.
Yeah, I think the other option here is Soulseam, credit to Quicklime, is from Soulseam's perspective. Taft has flirt, he has banana bread, and he potentially has purloin, though you did miss it. He then does that bug path, and he doesn't bug. It ends up distracting him from Quicklime himself. He's a bit of a Kansas City shuffle situation. We get more courtyard, but this might be over soon. Quicklime sniping up 6-3.
Yeah, 6-3. This is game. This is rather match point for Quicklime if he can take this on sniper side.
These guys have been at minimum entertaining, though. I'd prefer if Soulseem wins this, honestly, so we can cast some more. It'll be Queen as spy in 3, 2, 1, planet. Show us what you got, Soulseem.
Got an AI control right into this conversation so far. But that's not that big of a deal. We've been doing that all game. That could have been a
Purloin?
bug.
That's a
Oh,
bug.
that's a standing bug with it's a behind the back standing bug. That's absolutely
And
great.
Soulseem just does
White
not care. Let's
purloin.
go.
Oh no!
And spec swap.
That could be
Just
death.
end it. End this man's career.
We're gonna get an instant flirt out here. I don't know if the purloin's been seen by Quicklime yet. It's just not expected to be that early on.
The bug's not seen. The
Yeah,
purloin.
well, the
The
bug is
list
definitely
on
not
the
seen.
list on is
Yeah, okay. It looks
we
like
gulp the drink appropriately. The lowlights start coming off here, I assume, for purloin. Not very many
yeah,
though.
not many.
Oh, now we gulp the drink. Sorry. I don't know. Huh.
We get highlight because we were seeing with the drink. We should have gulped it a little bit faster. Oh no!
He doesn't even want to put the laser on us. He doesn't want to show Soulseem that he knows. But he does want to
Oh
show the
no!
casters. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it just looks like that. If Soulseem had been a little bit faster about gulping that drink, he wouldn't be such a big suspect.
Okay, we've got our toes in the middle of the conversation, but it does put us closer to seduction target. It is at least justified. List is already gone. Go away, Toby. We have no need for you.
74% on the flirt. That means we can have a little bit of leeway on our next one. And we haven't been to statues yet. I don't know if Quicklum's gonna want to shoot before we go to statues.
The
So
real,
that
yeah,
could
the
be
real
very
question
good.
is, so we have the bug. We're gonna finish flirt. We get to choose between doing inspects and doing banana bread because we're running a bit low on time to consider fingerprint.
Wheels finishes
I'm
up at
not sure which is
statues.
healthier.
What's really interesting is Wheels does not pick up a highlight for going to statues. I feel like perhaps Quicklime is extremely on this. Their lights are not changing for the rest of the party at all. We are the only highlight. And so I think we might just die on contact.
One play I would like would be a fake banana bread to try and shake some heat. The problem is, we're in a conversation and we have the terrible luck of being in a conversation with just the SDA.
Yeah, the odds of that are pretty low.
If we go into conversation with the DA and banana bread, we're really asking for it. We got our shoulders touching here with both people. It's a bit crowded, and at least being patient here if we're gonna go with the banana bread.
Banana bread.
Green test. Is it
Contact
gonna
comes
help
off,
us?
looks like
It's
we're gonna take a
not.
shot. No. And Quicklime, it looked like we were just kind of completely tunneled on for the rest of that game after the purloin. I'm not sure how much of that Quicklime saw at the beginning, because there was the bug and then there was the white purloin running away, and like it was completely on screen for Quicklime, but there was no immediate reaction. But it did seem like we got kind of tunneled after a while, but it also seems like we got tunneled after seeing that we had a drink. So I'm not sure how on that Quicklime was, but we did get tunneled regardless and took the shot for the contact.
I love the
And that
intention by Soulseem. Down 6-3 and going, time for me to do like an early hard tell. I'm going to punch him in the face and see how he reacts. He just gets a bit greedy there. The purloin was not necessary. I think if he just takes the bug and then just does a very smooth flirt
Yeah,
banana bread inspects,
standard inspects, flirt, contact
probably wins this
probably
game.
wins this game.
Because the bug was absolutely free. And that's set, by the way. That's 7-3.
Yeah, that's the whole set. 7-3 for Quicklime.